And Guru in the house back with another bang on video where, ladies and gentlemen, Arsenal should sell Ozil and join Grealish Chase. Also, Madison is also worth targeting, says Kevin Campbell. Well, the former Arsenal striker believes that those at Emirates Stadium should be rivaling for these two midfielders. Arsenal should be looking to offload Mesut Ozil, and in order to make amends, they should go for Jack Grealish and definitely Leicester City star James Madison. Here's what he said. He says, Arsenal need an all-rounder in midfield. Arsenal needs someone in the middle of the pitch who not only can create, he can break the play up. He's got legs. We miss that. We've been a strong spine for years. There was talk of should we go for Jack Grealish or James Madison? These type of guys would improve Arsenal. No disrespect to Mesut Ozil, but Ozil is on the wrong side of his Arsenal career with a year left on his contract after this. But we need someone who's going to be in there with legs. We need creativity and someone that when the game's not going particularly well, he can get stuck in and knuckle down as well. We're being shown up by the likes of Sheffield United, Chris Wilder, who has done a fantastic job there. They haven't got the quality that Arsenal have, but they're above us in the league. Why? Because they've got a system and they fight, grab, and battle, and they've got some quality there as well. If we can't match these teams, we don't deserve to be up there. Also, he added if Stan Kroenke invested in the likes of Thomas Partey, you can say, okay, fair enough, we can make that move. But if the owner doesn't invest, I don't see how Arsenal are going to be able to afford him unless you swap players. I know Lacazette has been coveted by Atletico Madrid before he joined Arsenal, so there might be some swaps that can happen. But I just don't think Arsenal are in the financial position to be able to be aggressive in the transfer market, how we as fans would love them to be. Truly, truly unbelievable. Moving on. Angelo Stiller wants to assert himself at Bayern in the long term but gain initial professional experiences as quickly as possible. Bayern Munich fans believe that Angelo Stiller is their best youth talent, the biggest youth talent, and one possibility is that Stiller goes out in summer and Bavaria secures a buyback option for the talent because Arsenal want that Bayern talent, Angelo Stiller. Well, Arsenal are from London have deposited a specific interest for the 19-year-old defensive midfielder Angelo Stiller. His contract expires in 2021. Here's what Gabriel Magalhaes said about the interest that he's been receiving from different parts of European clubs. He says, I'm very pleased with the recognition of the big clubs in the championship like the Premier League. If possible, it would be to leave in a club also which fights for titles with the certainty of growing in a club that can help me play for the national team. Well, the Lille centre back has serious interest from Arsenal and Chelsea. Gabriel Magalhaes. Lille have qualified for the Europa League. They've put all of its members on the vacation for a month. In the meantime, Gerard Lopez and Luis Campos will study the different offers concerning the most prominent players, including Gabriel and Victor Osimhen. Moving on, La Liga club SD Eibar have become the first side from a major European league to outline collectively serious reservations about football's planned return. The statement comes ahead of a crunch meeting over whether the German government will allow Bundesliga to resume or not. Let's see if that's going to be happening or not. But moving on, Dominic Raab leading Downing Saint briefing asked by Andy Dunn about Premier League returning. He said it would lift the spirits of the nation. We can only do it when the medical and scientific advice is that it can be done safely. And the club doctors sent email to Premier League on Monday listing around 100 concerns or questions they want addressed on the return to training protocol. Most notably, how can we approve guidelines that still carry risk of death? The doctors from all 20 Premier League clubs have told football chiefs that the proposed season restart is not safe in a 100-point letter. The medics put together a long letter to Premier League medical advisor Mark Gillette and director of football Richard Garlick, listing 100 questions and potential problems. According to Athletic, the letter split into 10 different sections, revealed multiple COVID-19 concerns they believe have not yet been addressed. The concerns include some of the concerns I really like to mention: approving guidelines that still carry risk of death. Number two, liability insurance and testing for players, staff, and their families. Number three, possible transmission via sweat and goalkeeper gloves. Number four, suspicions that some clubs are already ignoring guidelines. Number five, increased risk for Black, Asian, and minority ethnic BAME groups. And last but not the least, ability of emergency services to attend training ground incidents. These are huge and very important points. Kudos to them. Moving on, West Ham should double Declan Rice's wages in order to keep him out of Manchester United, Chelsea, and Arsenal's clutches, according to Hammers legend Tommy Cotty. He says, there's only two ways to keep Declan at our football club. That is to win a cup or to play in Europe. They are the only two ways to keep a young talented player like Declan at the club for next 2 or 3 years. The problem is your career goes so quickly, and Dec needs to see the club making progress. He doesn't want to be fighting a relegation battle every year. West Ham need to have a good cup run and be in the top 10. And the other thing, other and the one other thing the club can do at this moment in time to protect Declan and to protect the club is to give him a new contract. Real Madrid are set for a mass exodus with reported Manchester United, Chelsea, and Arsenal targets Gareth Bale and James Rodriguez on their way out this summer. The Bernabeu hierarchy have given strict orders for the club to sell before they buy due to the financial uncertainties surrounding the killer virus. Bale and Rodriguez are just two of the five big earners set to be axed by Zinedine Zidane. It's Rack and Paul Pogba, Eduardo Camavinga, and Erling Haaland are on all his shopping list. And moving on, Martin Keown has told Nicolas Anelka should have stayed at Arsenal and achieved what Thierry Henry has achieved. He says the best 17-year-old I've ever seen. In fact, everything Thierry did, I think Anelka could have done for Arsenal if he'd had wanted to stay. But you can't stop that player. Once he's thought he's rapid, no backlift, great control, he's away. He used to do that in training. Every time I saw him, he loved that position. That's really great. The England men's team have made a significant donation to the NHS using match fees dating back to September 2018. Well, that's what's happening because every single one of them is proud of their NHS, and I really am proud of these kind of medics who actually have done a really, really too much for the country, and definitely have are still continuing to do so. Well, these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way. All the views and news and everything about Arsenal comes on this platform every single day twice. So what you got to do, you just have to subscribe and help me reach 4,000 subscribers. We are almost less than 200 subscribers on our way to reach 4,000. Help us reach 4,000 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe, hit that bell icon. I will see you in my next video. Until then, cheers.